Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is the SmackDown 205 Live and NXT review episode. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right had bullied his three sisters, even though he doesn't have any. Joe Nuna.
Isaiah and Nicole are like sisters to me.
Sure, why not?
Two of them are one ambitious.
We are like sisters.
Two of them are one ambitious.
Okay, you're gonna have to answer that.
Oh, they know. Alright, Isaiah will be Francis. Isaiah carries around a helmet. And I'll forget the other two's name.
Which one carries a crying towel?
We'll poop on it. Oh, that wasn't war. That wasn't war. That was some shit. And,
There you go.
And Nicole's his sister.
And you can carry the crying towel.
And Nicole beat me up in the tree. So Isaiah gave me that scar right here with the helmet. And this is like when I think of Renee Young, this is it.
Yeah, I just sit across from him with my legs crossed. Kind of like now, actually.
You are the closest thing I had to Renee Young.
You're welcome.
That's a compliment.
That's what I said. You're welcome.
Is that an insult to her? That's the question.
That is a huge insult.
But you might come from the same family tree. You don't know. Young. Even if her last name is Pakuya.
Yeah.
But speaking of Renee Young, SmackDown. She wasn't on this week, was she? Yeah, she was. Yeah, so there you go. So they're tied in somehow. I bet my sisters. SmackDown looked like the A show on this leg of the build to the Money Bank pay-per-view. After a shoddy roll, I guess. With a lot of great moments and some not so good moments.
Some atrocious moments.
The Blue Brand came through with a spear episode. Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy thrilled in the main event with Joe lurking nearby. The Miz's bitterness paired perfectly with the New Day's absurdity. And Shinsuke Nakamura flourished as AJ Styles' antagonist. Tuesday's show cleared up a number of unknowns about the Money Bank card as well. Two more superstars qualified for the women's ladder match. And the WWE Championship bout now has a stipulation in place. Not every segment was a winner, but everything had a clear purpose. SmackDown kicked off with the Miz TV with the New Day.
I actually really liked the opening promo from Miz and New Day. I thought they just antagonized each other so well. I thought Miz did an excellent job of essentially running down the New Day and telling a lot of truths of what's happening with them. I also thought New Day did a great job of antagonizing Miz, saying that they're not going to reveal to anybody who's going to be in the Money in the Bank just yet.
Yeah.
All in all, I thought it was a great promo and set up a pretty good match from the Miz.
Yeah, SmackDown kicked off with a strong segment, showcased both the New Day and Miz. The New Day was his usual vibrant self, and the Miz's brief angry rant was gross and stuff. But the hype his appearance in the Money in the Bank ladder match. We didn't get an answer on which New Day member will head to the pay-per-view, but the mystery won't hurt the belt. Yeah. And Miz laid out some truths about each man's career too. He was a means to tease a potential New Day split.
Yeah.
And next, the Miz defeated Big E.
Again, I iterated it before, but I did think this was a really good match. And I think Miz has just been on an incredible roll recently, where literally he cannot have a bad match. Which is definitely a different opinion than I think anyone's actually had of Miz.
Yeah.
In previous years. And I thought New Day, or I'm sorry, Xavier Woods and Kofi did a pretty good job in commentary, pretty much selling the match and Money in the Bank as well. Again, a very, very solid match for me.
Yeah, the match over good mix of drama and goofy moments. The tackle on New Day keeps the trio's rivalry with the bar going, while giving the Miz a cheap win. And they keep finding ways to make the pancake shake feel fresh. No, I don't get what the big fascination is with pancakes. I get the cereal. But if people find ways to make the pancakes feel fresh.
I think that's the point. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who the hell throws pancakes out into a crowd?
Alright, Big E's antics in particular were plenty fun. If he's ever going to chase the WWE title, though, as the announcers were foreshadowing, he would probably need to tone that down a bit. Up next, Lana defeated Billie Kay to qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This was actually my women's match tonight.
I go back and forth in this match. I'm sorry.
I gotta give WWE and Ian credit for getting the crowd behind Lana, who is the part where he hasn't wrestled in months. English, one of his sidekick skills of hers is why I gave of the company if the company's intent on her wrestling rather than managing. She's likely not going to add much to the Money in the Bank ladder match. She's simply too limited a performer.
Would I have added Lana? Hell no. However, the crowd did react incredibly to it. I definitely would prefer to see Billie Kay in the ladder match because I thought she could have at least been a stronger worker to add into that whole match. But you can't deny that the crowd was really happy to see it. And again, I agree with Joe. Kudos to Aiden and WWE.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Unless Andrade Cien defeated enhancement talent.
Yeah, pretty much a squash match.
He looked vicious in the short contest. His aggression matched Zelina's rhetoric, which was told about him beforehand. He should begin to injure these guys in the weeks ahead with his own aggressiveness. And it's good to see WWE's taking his time introducing and building out the former NXT champion. His receipt's been allowed to grow naturally. Up next, AJ Styles just getting Nakamura promo to choose the stipulation for Money in the Bank.
I thought it was I thought it was a strong promo between both of them. We finally got the announcement of what the match is going to be last night standing. I think it's pretty much just a way for the feud to end and Nakamura get pinned. So my best guess is automatically, and this is pre us predicting matches, it's an easy way for AJ Styles to keep the belt. However, with the promo, I was actually pretty entertained by it.
Yeah.
And I also thought it showed off a lot more of the tension that we got from the feud.
I keep saying, which is the heel turn has freed up Nakamura to be his energized, entertaining version of himself. The last man standing stipulation is the natural next step of the feud. It ensures the decisive finish. Nakamura versus Styles needs. And promises to be a violent, emotional bout. That'll probably be one of the year's best efforts. Up next, the Club defeat the Usos to become the local contenders to the Bludgeon Brothers at Money in the Bank.
I'm actually surprised the Club won there. I thought it was going to be the Usos. Namely because I didn't think WWE would see the Good Brothers style clashing well with the Bludgeon Brothers. But you know what? The Club finally gets a spot to impress. And the Bludgeon Brothers do something. Besides saying they're going to crush everybody backstage. Or making some sort of one-liners about each team.
Yeah.
So I am interested in seeing that at Money in the Bank. And again, it's strange that the Usos didn't really have anything for the pay-per-view coming up, even though they've probably been the best team of the last year in the company.
Yeah. First of all, both teams created a surprise amount of tension before the match. I was a little worried when both teams got jobber entrance, but then I seen that they both had microphones, so they created a surprise amount of tension considering how little history they do have.
Yeah.
Other than the fact the Usos were Gallows and Anderson's first feud back in WWE.
Yeah, they were. I forgot about that.
So their intensity made the mid-card match. I think both teams were still faces, but they clearly didn't like each other.
Yeah.
So their intensity made the mid-card match feel far bigger. This is solely a rivalry to that WWE will be wise to dive deeper into. Because even the match with Schwartz was very good. the match itself.
Oh yeah.
The club set up to the Bludgeon Brothers is a welcome surprise.
Yeah.
This is the best they've. This was the best they've looked in recent memory.
Yeah.
Or 2 years.
It's also kind of a unique aspect too that two faces don't like each other.
Yeah. So that
you don't get that often.
Mm-hmm. So they'll make a tree get advisories, I think, for the dominant champs. Up next, Naomi defeated Sonya Deville to be the last SmackDown edition for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Weirdly, Joe said that the Lana Billy Kay match was the better match. I actually thought this one was better. I thought Sonya was actually very solid in the ring.
No, I thought Sonya was solid. I just thought the match was a little too choreographed.
Yeah, it kind of.
I liked the kick section.
Yeah.
Of the match, I thought it was a little choreographed, which is sometimes my problem with Naomi's matches.
Fair enough. However, I was actually pretty entertained by it. I'm not going to say it's the best match I've seen from women this week because, for me, NXT would probably hold that.
Oh yeah.
But still, I didn't walk away from the segment regretting watching it. It was fine by me. I thought Sonya did very solid for her, and I thought Naomi could have done better, but again, I didn't walk away hating it.
Naomi was kind of the right choice for the match. For the ladder match, but I think I like Sonya a little bit more. Naomi was the right choice because she's a fun addition to the Money in the Bank ladder. She'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
And she missed out on last year's, both of them because she was the champ. I think just for me it was probably they didn't do nothing wrong because they didn't get much springtime to work with. And nothing for me is that WWE has scripted so many losses for Sonya. No.
That is true.
Because they play her up as this powerful MMA fighter, only the booker is more of a stepstone. And the main event, Daniel Bryan defeated Jeff Hardy to go on to face Samoa Joe. This is upcoming Tuesday. For Money in the Bank qualifier.
For me, this was match of the week. I really did like the chemistry they had with Bryan and Hardy. It's probably Bryan's best match since being back, I'll say.
Yeah. Actually, I would say that for both.
Yeah. Yeah, I can say that for both, too. I
know that Jeff's match with Miz,
yeah. And Jeff's match with Miz before the brand new, before the Superstar shakeup, I thought was pretty good, too. When Miz had the Intercontinental title. No,
Intercontinental title?
Yeah.
No, they didn't fight. There was a 6-man tag.
Or am I thinking of
You're thinking of
Miz
Jinder.
and Matt?
You're thinking of Matt.
I'm thinking of the other Hardy brother.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about before the shakeup, or are you talking about before Jeff got injured?
That's right, it was before Jeff got injured.
Yeah, that was before Jeff got injured last summer, or last fall, yeah. In September.
Well, anyway, getting back to...
Jeff what, Jinder?
Yeah, getting back to Jeff and Bryan, I thought it was a very good match. For the 11 minutes it was, I thought it was very entertaining, very, very fast-paced. Bryan starting to adopt more of a ground style, which WWE's probably making him do to make it a little bit more safe.
Yeah.
And Bryan has been introducing the heel hook finisher.
Yeah.
They haven't given it a name yet, but that's technically what it is.
I want to call it the heel hook finisher.
Yes. And you can't complain about a match that sets up Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe.
I know people have.
People have. They're idiots for doing so, but...
Because they rather see the paint-by-numbers tag matches, sell pay-per-view matches, or...
Yeah.
Or they'll complain that they don't get a lot of big matches on TV.
So it looks like you're probably going to get... You're definitely getting Bryan and Samoa Joe.
Right.
And then Jeff still needs an opponent.
Right.
It could easily be Andrade, which would never be a bad thing.
Right.
But you could also get either Joe or Bryan for the United States
Technically,
Championship.
Bryan has a claim to the United States Championship.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Technically, so does Miz too, but Miz is in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
So, yeah, there's really no reason to complain there.
Right.
And I didn't feel like they gave away enough to where, like, alright, I'm satisfied. No, they could still probably go.
But people have complained
in a
about
different way.
People complained when we got AJ and Brian about a month ago. So
Yeah, that's true.
because they gave that away on pay-per-view.
They gave it away.
I mean, yeah. Well, people are going to say these are first time ever matches besides Jeff and Brian. They're not technically, now that WWE acts like other companies exist now, they're not necessarily, if you notice now they say these are first time matches ever in WWE.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Jeff and Brian, they did build up as first time ever, because that was. But Brian and Joe and Brian and AJ isn't the first time ever anymore.
And I'm pretty sure Brian's going to have a promo on SmackDown saying that he's been in the ring with Samoa Joe before.
Yeah, but that's what they build it as this week. They build it as for first time in a WWE ring.
Yeah.
They don't build them as first time evers anymore, since they acknowledge other companies.
Yeah, by the way, you can tell we're in a different era, because WWE actually mentioned the letters TNA.
Yeah, well, TV.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke to put them down, but they actually brought up the letters TNA.
Right, which don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
well,
which means they're willing to name outside companies.
Yeah. This was my match of the week too. This was the best match both guys had since they returned. Jeff and Brian both packed a ton of energy into the bout, and WWE definitely subbed an appetizing main event for this Tuesday with Brian's win. It would appetizing either way, but with Brian's win. Now when I wrote this up, I thought Big Cass's injury was through. It looks like it might actually be legit, but I was saying there's a few good options now late WWE. Big Cass can fear ruin Brian's saying back dreams, or Brian can continue his comeback story and be in the mix for the contract Phil Brute case. And also, when I was on Isaiah earlier this week, he was saying too, this match were two of the guys of the last 10 years that could have taken the spot of Cena.
Yeah.
Because the yes changed for Lyle, but he made a good point, but they weren't as loud as they normally were in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
were.
Yeah, like they were loud, but I mean, no, the crowd was loud, but they seemed undecided who they want. It wasn't. I still thought Brian would have been a clear favorite, but he wasn't fully clear.
I mean, back when Jeff probably was in the position to overtake Cena back in 2009.
Yeah.
I remember a Fatal 4-Way match on SmackDown. It was an elimination, and it ended up being Rey Mysterio or Jeff Hardy.
In New York.
And Jeff's pop, or Jeff's reactions weren't as loud as they had been before and had been after.
Well, right, yeah. So, this is kind of similar.
Yeah, people had to make a choice, and they were deciding.
The crowd was loud. It's just like, neither guy got booed.
Yeah.
But I actually thought Brian would have been the more popular one since he was more
recent.
Yeah, that's more about for, especially with the modern fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that didn't seem to be the case. But luckily, WWE has a lot of faces right now that the crowd likes.
Yeah.
That they can rely on. 3 of them on SmackDown and Seth and Finn are on Raw.
Yeah. Think about it. It is an interesting era because I actually work in a community center with younger kids.
Because
and when they talk about wrestling, they actually bring up a lot of Attitude Era stuff when they were probably born in 2006.
Oh wow!
At the
one of the last years of TV14.
Yeah. So they probably had no idea, or they've never seen Jeff Hardy live in WWE because they would only be like 3.
Excuse
by
me.
the time he left.
Most normal people start watching that too. Right, I know.
But yeah, but normal people don't usually have memories until they're like the age of 4.
2. There's a tweet I wanted to get from Ryan Satin, so people tell your favorite story.
Yeah, my story was pretty much done. We're in a strange era where the network has provided a lot of younger kids a lot of wrestling material from before they were actually born.
Yeah, this tweet one with this match. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, we're back. I found a tweet that one from Ryan Satin. Per Wrestle Sheet, he tweeted during this match. Watching Dale Bryan wrestle Jeff Hardy is a trip. 2 guys who passed, you never said they cross each other. The and it's clear the amount of matches you know what will happen. That possibility right now is rad.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's for everybody that's complaining that they're not getting. That they're getting it. And guess what? Now you're going to be getting on pay-per-views because pay-per-views are now 4 hours long.
Yes. Yeah.
With the big 4 being even longer.
Oh, yeah.
So, on 205 Live, that was it for SmackDown this week. With Joe cut a couple promos afterwards. Then on 205 Live this week, kicked off with Drew Gulak defeating Grand Metalik.
For me, I thought this was actually the strongest match on 205 Live. I've been really digging Drew Gulak's very intense style he's picked up since being the Make It Better 205 Live. I also thought that Grand Metalik was a great opponent for him because he's one of the cruiserweights that actually fly. He uses the ropes. He does high risk offense. So I thought that they mixed in very well together. I'm also half expecting Gulak to probably join forces with Gallagher and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Probably for a big 6-man tag. Nice trios. Lucha cruiserweight match, if you will.
Yeah, I thought the matches were good. The Lucha House Party are like the only cruiserweights that do really fly, besides Mustafa Ali. So, Gulak, they make a nice blend for what Gulak's against. Up next, TJP squashed the man.
Yeah, TJP squashed the man.
But an interesting development out of the way is that the storyline is just tweet the page saying he's free on Tuesday nights.
He's sliding into those DMs.
A lot has slid the page in the page here, so, and as we found out in the page here, so hopefully he's not doing too much slime. Because I know both of them on a personal level, so
yes,
I'd rather stay friends. But the storyline's being that he wants to move to SmackDown Live since 205 Live's been managers and mistreated him.
Yes.
And the main event, Hideo Itami defeated Akira Tozawa.
For me, I thought it was a good match, but for some reason it didn't really have memorability to it to me. Then I found my attention being drawn away just in my own head for some reasons.
We were talking about Progress involved coming to Philly.
That's probably why, yeah.
That's how it happened.
If you didn't hear before, Progress is coming on a USA tour in Philly, Boston, New York, Chicago,
and Seattle.
So if you're a fan of Progress, they're coming.
Right. With Evolve.
Yeah, but the match wasn't necessarily good to bring my attention to that, though. Because we talked about that for, 5 minutes, and the match was, 10?
Oh, yeah.
It didn't necessarily bring in my attention for the 5 minutes we weren't talking about Progress or Evolve. So, I thought it was a good match. It just wouldn't stick with me for some reason.
Tony Storm's coming to Philly.
That might be why.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking about sledding into DMs.
I've been there, done that. Yeah, I agree, pal, on that. I do like Hideo better as a heel, though.
I do too.
I like his heel more better. Then when I see there's a lot of chapters written for Solo Rari's highlight episode as they continue to build the Taylor Chicago on June 16th. Ricochet and Velveteen attempted to put aside their differences just long enough to thwart the challenge of Lars Sullivan, while Kyrie sought to avenge weeks of torment and frustration at the hands of Lacey Evans, and then sprinkling a little heavy machinery or CM61, and they returned Johnny Gargano to television, and you have enough quality on television. Courtesy of NXT. Up first, TM61 defeated Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, I guess this is where I compliment Heavy Machinery again. Because I remember their last match. I forget who their opponents were. But I remember I said that they put on a solid match.
It wasn't them, right? No, it
wasn't them.
No, okay.
Was it no, not the Street Profits.
Who did TM61?
War Machine?
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Or War Raiders?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I think they put on another solid performance. They're becoming okay to me. I'm still not fully sold on them. It's not like I'm waiting by the WWE Network for their next match, but
Right.
they're becoming more and more tolerable to me. I think they're doing very solid work.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this match was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm liking where TM61 is going.
Yeah.
Just with their slate cheating tactics, they're slowly evolving into a good heel team.
Yeah.
Essentially. But yeah, I thought the match was good, it says a lot from a heavy machinery match.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping the heel turn makes Shane and Nick feel like a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Than they've been. Because their book has kind of been inconsistent in their run so far. The nature of the window, a whole bunch ensures that I'm guessing the rivalry of heavy machinery continues. So there you go, there's your more heavy machinery matches.
There you go.
Right now they're just like, I guess, going to be treadmill booking a few, because they're like the lower half of the tag team division for right now.
Oh, although I'm not sure, there's not really like a face team that's like an underdog team for any.
Only Danny.
Yeah, it would be Oni and Dan. Never mind, man.
And the Warriors are face, aren't they? They beat up heavy machinery, damage your face. Doesn't it?
I mean, my book, because I'm not that big. I'm not that.
Oh,
high
you're
on heavy
becoming
machinery.
one.
I'm saying that we're becoming tolerable.
You're Otis. You like Otis.
And no, I said, but they're becoming tolerable.
You're an Otis fan. Up next, Lacey Evans defeated Kairi Sane.
Yeah, this is actually my women's match of the week. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought Lacey has been doing a hell of a job improving NXT. And Kairi, it's always a treat to watch her work. It's always great anticipating when her elbow drops coming. I mean, it didn't come in this match.
Nah.
But yeah, that thing is a thing of beauty, and just waiting for her makes the match slightly better.
Yeah.
And again, I'll give props to Lacey for the second time. She did very solid work.
Yeah.
Very good work.
Lacey continues to develop, and now with a finisher that she can hit out of nowhere, has a valuable tool to her arsenal. I know some not complaining about Kairi doing the job here, but the women's division will be stronger and more credible contenders to the title.
You did a little bit too.
No, I didn't complain. I said I think she's on her way out.
Yeah.
Lacey's a step in the right direction, while Kairi will overcome this loss and still accomplish a great deal. Up next, Lars Sullivan defeated Ricochet in the Velveteen Dream.
For me, this is match of the week on NXT. It's not like the typical handicap match where you sort of have the face side with Ricochet and Velveteen. For
a night for Velveteen.
Yeah, for a night for Velveteen. Actually, not even a night. Not even. Yeah, like 95% of this match.
Yeah.
I thought they did a very creative handicap match. Where eventually, the faces finally get the numbers advantage a little bit. They do some pretty quick hitting offense from a much bigger opponent. But with differences in the face team itself, Velveteen turns on Otunga.
Ricochet.
Why the fuck did I say Otunga? Can you slap me for that? Thank you. For Ricochet.
Not even Tessa.
Not even Tessa Blanchard.
Otunga.
And they are at odds. Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know. Do you miss Otunga in the ring?
Apparently.
Oh, you miss him in the ring?
Ricochet. He eventually turns on Ricochet, and it sets up a probably really, really athletic, high-paced match for TakeOver Chicago.
Lars continued his win ways as he just shot the NXT Championship. The match, though, was more about the development rivalry between Velveteen and Ricochet. The duo worked well together, but as in the case of any tactic consistent, two superstars dislike each other. It was short-lived and egos proved their downfall. Logical booking, even if it's over we had seen before, but still fun. And main event, close the show. Johnny Gargano returned to NXT. along with Kansas Dorian and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah. They're actually showing a lot of tension between Candice and Johnny, where Candice, I'm taking that as she just literally wants this to be over with and done. I have it past them. I don't think Joe's theory is right. I don't think they're going to turn Candice against Johnny. I think she's going to take it up to the limit where she's not going to completely turn against him, but she's going to force a lot of things in this feud to come. Like, I think at one point she's going to put her foot down and say no more.
And then Hussein Bish sign a 75-page contract if you want to continue living with me.
Or I'll think it'll set up the end of the Gargano Ciampa feud.
Hell in Cell Brooklyn.
Be that what it is. I've loved every promo Ciampa and Gargano have had with each other. This one is absolutely no different. It was great, and you get more facets to the story.
Hell in Cell Brooklyn 4.
And I'll even throw out a prediction like Joe just did for Hell in a Cell. I'm going to throw out that it's going to be a loser leaves NXT match.
Loser leaves Hell in a Cell. Brooklyn 4. But you can't just have a normal match. Normal loser leaves match. Not enter an unsanctioned match and a street fight.
I'm not saying with the stipulation. I'm saying that the main thing the match is going to be. The match type. I'm saying the stipulation.
It's going to be a Hell in a Cell loser leaves NXT.
No, I think so.
And they both get called up in Brooklyn.
I don't think they're both going to get called up.
That's okay. Just so you forget to see, can I possibly maintain the intensity and emotion of the Gargano Ciampa storyline? The NXT expectations delivered an all-quality segment that enhances the program. This ad states that few, because now it's not only about Gargano preserving his own job or integrity, it's about avenging his wife. Ciampa, on the other hand, grows more and more detestable every pace of the week. Russell is a great villain.
That no good dirty son of a bitch, Tommaso Ciampa.
Superb stuff from all around. Botch of the week. Bobby Lashley's sisters.
Yeah, there really isn't anything else on that level.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. Not just in wrestling, but probably ever.
Yes. Show of the week.
Show of the week. I do have mine.
I'm done.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, SmackDown. I just thought it was a more complete show. I thought everything moved in the right direction for the pay-per-view. Everything had a purpose, everything had a reason. It all clicked, and I thought it was a good one.
It was not an NXT for me. It came down to the match quality of SmackDown.
My top two are the same.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing
205 Live and
205 Live, yeah.
And Raw.
Yeah, Raw